Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, I hope you got your glass because I think I'm sold out.
Ooh.
Before we get started, by the way, I don't know if you saw the Barrel Seagrass. It was nominated or voted number 2 whiskey of the year. Now that's just their standard offering. This is the 15-year, and holy shit. There's not often times that I would come across a bottle and it's like, yeah, it's worth like 4 times the amount of the other bottle. Well, they nailed this one. This one is so good, man. It is so good. It's a celebration, right? We got to celebrate. If Hoge ain't going to celebrate his victory, we got to celebrate it.
Well, you can ask me what I'm drinking.
Well, what are you drinking, by the way?
So I am drinking PGA Black. Jim Beam PGA Black because I'm cheersing to Obnoxious Greed this afternoon.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I am.
Cheers to the Taylor Swift of the PGA Tour. We'll get into that in just a second, but let's do a little bit of house cleaning first. So, well, more importantly, thanks to everybody for watching the show. We greatly appreciate it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You can find us on Twitter and Insta. And I hear we got a Facebook page. Who knew? But yeah, it's birdies_bourbon on most social media. So you can find us there, find out what we're drinking, find out what we're playing, and find out who we're betting and winning money on. More importantly, I mean, that's the real key. So appreciate the likes and subscribes. Appreciate all the interaction from the followers, and cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Absolutely. Fun times, man.
Okay. So now back to business. I don't know. Hoge came out, and what was the statement? I think it was on Golf Digest or everybody posted it. He said, "It's been so long since I've had a victory, I forgot how to celebrate." And as he's up there, he's holding the trophy, and that's as NASCAR continues to erode and make a bigger and broader footprint on the PGA Tour.
100%.
I was looking at his logos on his shirt, and I look at the one over here, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know that Bradley and Bentley and Bar. I don't no idea who those guys are. Probably a really good consulting firm. I don't even know if they're a consulting firm. I don't know what they are. I don't need a consultant. Actually, I probably do, but not that kind. Is a therapist and a consultant same kind of thing?
I had a Dr. Griswold.
I'm the other side of his shirt. I don't know. It's got something on it. How long is it going to be? Well, there's a lot of sandwich shops, a lot of corporate sandwich shops across the U.S. You may call them hoagies, depending on what part of the world you're in. You may, I don't know. You may not. Who do you think, who are you who are you betting on? Who's he going to have as the hood sponsor for Team Hoge? Is it going to be, I'll throw a few names out. It could be Firehouse Subs. They have to change out the Firehouse Hoagies. Could be Jimmy John's. It could be Subway, even though they may have to call it Hoagie Way now. I don't know. Those are the 3 kind of, I think there's plenty of other big ones out there, but I mean, those are kind of the 3 big ones that come to mind, at least in my geographic area. I don't know any others that I missed. I'm sure I missed plenty, but who are you betting on to, who's going to be?
Did you have any bets on Hoge last week?
Oh, no, but boy, I heard about it from Dixie.
I was going to say he could be your hero, but I'm going with Subway. I think him and Happy Gilmore together eating some subs, that would be fantastic.
That's what I'm thinking. And as I was thinking about that quick take, I was thinking about, I don't know that I see any golfers like dropping anything for those guys representing.
No, I think it's definitely needed. And back to your point with Hoge saying he hasn't been a winner in a while. I guess my consulting advice to him, because we are consultants, would be just listen to the Birdies and Bourbon Show a little bit more. You might win some.
Ooh, it's good.
Play some bets. Bets.
Good point. I mean,
if you had a lot of winners.
You'd have bet Hoge last week. Who saw that one coming? I mean, that's like dropping on. I mean, we hit Hudson. So I don't know. We'll get into who we're betting on this week at the Waste Management Phoenix Open a little bit later. But before we do that, speaking of winners, and I'm talking about on course. I'm not talking about this bullshit Hayes show up money. I'm talking about the man who does know how to celebrate a victory. I mean, this guy, I'm like, I had to double take. I'm like, is that Dan on the dance floor out there? I mean, this guy, Harold Varner III, HV3, he was flat high stepping to make that putt on 18. 18, did he made that putt that was
it was 18. It was closing out for eagle.
It was up and around the corner and down the valley, back up again, back around, and then he sneaks it in, he dribbles it in back door to make that putt. Holy, I mean, you would have thought he just won a major on the PGA Tour.
Well, what's interesting is that was a hell of a putt, but then also the celebration, and he probably bet Bubba Watson his Air Jordans as well. So there you go. I mean, Bubba Watson came in second. If he didn't make that eagle putt, they were going into a playoff.
Ooh, yeah.
Talk about a hell of a finish there. Yeah, for Nike.
It's been a while since we've had a playoff. What's it been, like a week?
It's been like a week. And then HV3 said he did expect congratulatory text from MJ and TW.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, rightfully so. He's kind of rolling with the A squad out there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I didn't get anything from it, I can tell you that. But I didn't win anything either, so per se. But yeah, good for HV3. I think that gets him in the Masters as well. So I think we'll have a first-time sighting. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think we'll have a first-time sighting of HV3 at Augusta this year. I'm expecting he's going to show up. So
yeah, he'll be there.
Should be good things. And I don't know. Any win's a good win. Any win's a good one. I'll leave it at that.
That was a pretty packed field over there. That was a pretty packed field over there.
It was. Yeah. I mean, it was more packed than the AT&T Pro-Am, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Speaking of the Saudi International and what's happening with that whole league over there. Talk about the winner this week. Bryson DeChambeau, was it 132 million? Did I hear that right? Or some 135? 130, yeah.
I think, yeah.
135 million ish. It was enough money. It's lifestyle changing money for him to play in the league, to show up, and he withdraws WD from a wrist injury that he says he hurt as a result of him falling down. It has nothing to do. I'm not looking at a quote, I'm paraphrasing, but it had nothing to do with his training, overtraining, work ethic, etc. Nothing to do with that. Had to do from an injury that he suffered last week or so. But I'm thinking, man, I thought you had this. I thought this wrist injury has been kind of nagging for a little bit of time. So I'm a little. I don't know. Maybe he meant it's a new fall and it's a new wrist injury, not to be confused with the old wrist injury.
So I 100% thought this when he said this earlier this week, and I guarantee we only go live like once a week on Mondays, right? So it's been bottled up for a while, and I know there's been some people with these takes too, but he's been hanging around Brooks way too long. This is a Brooks move. It's a Brooks move.
It's a Brooks move. So the rivalry is officially over, and now they're taking advice from one another. So there we go. Speaking of a Brooks move, and I mentioned earlier, there's a new Taylor Swift wannabe on tour. And and I'm wondering, is Phil going to take a card out of Brooks's page and show up with the blonde hair?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Somebody's got beef with the PGA Tour, man.
Somebody has beef with the PGA Tour. Obnoxiously greedy. Is that what he said? What was it?
Obnoxiously
greedy.
Yeah. It's nothing like chugging $20,000 bottles of wine poolside, right? I mean, that's the everyday. That's the everyman's man right there. Everyman's man. But lots of paydays happening thus far.
You're going faster than I thought you were. So yeah. So hold on. I got you right here.
I'm tuned up, man. I've been drinking all day.
You're all tuned up. There you go, right there. Pathetic. Oh, he is the T-Swizzle of the PGA Tour. So here's the analogy, right? So Taylor Swift famously has been going after Scooter Braun because he owns her music rights, and he wants she wants her music rights back, right? Because she owns the music, kind of owns the catalog, everything like that. Phil, according to what I'm hearing, is he had to pay the PGA Tour like $1 million for each one of the matches for the media rights, meaning like his swings at Augusta and all that kind of the ability to be able to use those during his broadcast. Right. And he's PO'd about it. He wants his rights back. So he definitely is a T-Swizzle.
Wants his $1 million back. So here's the thing. Did the PGA Tour make Phil Mickelson, or did Phil Mickelson make the PGA Tour?
Oh, this is the old record. This is exactly going into the old record type of thing. Who owns the rights? Does it mean does Apple Records, they make the Beatles, or the Beatles make, it's all that kind of old school kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I say Phil ought to pull a Neil.
That's right.
Get it off there.
He should take all. I think Phil Mickelson should take all of his songs off of Spotify.
Ooh, I looked earlier. I think he already has. I think he beat you to the punch there. I think his consultant already advised him of such behavior.
Fine. Well, his barista playlist should come off Spotify.
Exactly. So did any of the monies that came down, any of the monies that you heard about from the Saudi League that got dropped, did anybody really surprise you? And I mean, they all surprised me, but was there any that kind of stood out more than others?
Like the other meme I put up there earlier this week was from Chappelle. Bunch of tricksters. Because that's the way I feel about it. I feel like they're just trying to get some people to come up. I mean, until a ton of PGA Tour players go over there and they actually have really good, consistently stronger fields in the PGA Tour with known players, it's not going to go anywhere, right? And do they have the money to support that? We've seen in other industries where people have to come in, they try to buy their way in, but they can only buy their way in for so long. And I just don't see it. I don't see it.
You'll lose the U.S. viewership totally, right? And maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe there's the on the Asian tour, maybe the viewership is so strong elsewhere that you don't need the U.S. viewership to make things happen. And maybe the ploy is, hey, let's bait some of the characters. Let's get them over here. Let's let's run an all-star band, and let's get an all-star lineup. But think about an all-star band. I mean, any all-star band that I've ever seen, I'm not saying that they're retirees or washed up and they weren't great at some point in time, but they definitely weren't out dropping hit records. And I mean, it's an all-star band for a reason, right? I mean, right. That's the part kind of, but maybe it's going to be at an hour a day that's better in line with somebody's time zone, and they're going to get a chance. It's a Champions Tour essentially, right? Or maybe the same premise, and you're going to get to see players that you wouldn't have otherwise have had access to when they were playing, on a different tour. So, I don't know if that's the stick or not. I don't know if that's where it goes, but I just I don't know.
I've always seen the PGA Tour as the show of professional golf, right? Every one of the tours out there is trying to get to the PGA Tour to play, right? Just like in baseball, you got all the AAA and AA on. They're all trying to get to the show. They're all trying to get the major league. Same thing in the NFL and everything else. Like, there's not going to be another basketball league or football league that's going to be as competitive as the NFL, NBA, that kind of thing. I don't think they will be able to do that with the PGA Tour.
So you're saying the Saudi tour isn't going to be it's not going to be the XFL?
Yeah, I think it is going to be the XFL. I do. Yes. I don't think it's getting any traction. Yes.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, clearly a lot of people have a lot of money to burn.
Look at this push headline right here. Tom Brady joins the XFL. It makes 126 million, 1 million more than Bryson DeChambeau.
Playing for the Huntsville Rattlebacks. I don't know, whatever they're. The Birmingham Bangers. There you go. So, what else happened that was fun? Oh, did you see? Let me tell you, the CBS, man, they were eating it up. I mean, they thought they were going to get a picture of Clint and Spieth side by side with the vista of the Pacific in the background. Maybe they'll get over to Jim Nance's his replica hole. Who knows? Not so fast, Jordan Spieth. And not going to do it. I mean, Spieth he laid it all on the line, man. Death-defying acts he was doing out there on course.
I thought he was like Tom Cruise. I do my own stunts. I think they're both about the same height.
I mean, I don't know who's going to be offended by that anymore.
You are.
But, I mean, like, I love both of those guys. Are you kidding me? Of course I am. I don't know why you didn't loop me into that analogy. Or that comparison, I guess I should say. So I don't know. I think I mean, it looked like, now, they say the camera adds 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Then I see Dan on here and I'm like, 10 pounds my ass. So maybe it just made him look a lot closer than he was, but it looked like he was really close to the edge.
Well, he like jumped backwards right after he hit it, and he was scared. And all I could think about was Cheech, like, it's a hooded 7-iron, man. You got this shot. No, it looked dangerous on TV. That's for sure. Yeah. We'll have to ask Mark. I think, was Mark behind him when he hit the shot?
No, I think it was Colt. Okay. I think Colt was behind him.
Okay. We'll ask Mark about it next time he comes on the show. Like, how close was he to it? How dangerous was it?
It looked like he was close, man. I'm surprised that Geller wasn't behind him, like holding onto the belt or something. Like, get in the loop, or hey, those Under Armour pants, man. I mean, they'll hold up. So just hold on tight. So yeah, I thought we were going to get a little Spieth action.
Well, we're definitely going to put this scene in our Mayor of Spieth Town TV show with Vince Vaughn as the caddy. That's definitely going in. That's a cliffhanger, season number 1.
That is going in. That's going in for sure. Who, DiCaprio, is he going to play?
He could. He could be there. Matt Damon, maybe. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, DiCaprio may be a little too tall.
I kept thinking that Lily from the AT&T commercial was going to bring out a bedazzled trophy for the winner.
Oh,
and Klink and say, "What is this cockamamie BS?"
Yeah, I didn't see Clint the whole time during the tournament. Did any? So I mean, this is probably one of my most fun tournaments to watch. I mean, it's kind of like, I can watch a bunch of hacks, go out there and jam it around the golf course, pretty much every day. I play with them all the time. Mm-hmm. So, I'm just kind of wondering, but I didn't see a ton of celebrities, saw a few. Did you, any celebrities that stuck out to you? Anybody that you're like, ooh, I can't get enough of that guy?
Well, Bill Murray. I mean,
do you think we saw him more than anybody? Speaking of Phil paying for his rights, do you think Bill actually went ahead and prepaid so that he gets more FaceTime?
I think CBS is like, give him as much FaceTime as it. Here's what I think they need to do. I think they need to make him a seat in the booth for the whole tour.
Oh,
let him do it. Let him do it virtually.
I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying, man, that could get rough. Okay.
Well, how about Wednesdays and how about Thursdays and Fridays?
Okay. All right. I'm in. Well, yeah,
I would tune in every week, Thursdays and Fridays. I do turn in anyway, but especially if I was like
it's like the show the Mannings do for Monday Night Football.
Yes.
It's like we need a side by side, or maybe you just have a completely separate run. You can put Macklemore in there. You could put Murray in there, and Larry the Cable Guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't know who else. Well, Faldo ain't putting up with him in the booth. I can tell you that. Like that, I think Faldo would walk out.
I'd love to see it.
That's
Faldo, good TV.
You'd love to see Faldo walk out.
No, I just think it's good TV that they have the drama, right? It's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
because we all know Murray's good for the game, right? He loosens it up. He appeals to a wider audience, and he loves the game, and it's all. I love the event. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. No, me too.
It made me really, really sad because it didn't get out of the 40s here in Raleigh this weekend, and I was like, I want to be over there. It looks so nice. Don't you agree?
It looked extremely nice. It didn't have any rain. I mean, it looked completely comfortable. I mean, they were just tearing that course apart. And then here's Spieth. Like, I'm like, it's a shoe in. Plays well here. He's hitting the ball pretty good. And no, can't pull it off. Can't pull it off. I tell you who's going to be dangerous is Cantlay. That guy. I'm going to have to start putting more money down on that guy because he didn't actually play all that good, and still, I don't know where he finished.
Well, we've been talking about him for a while. I think we talked about it a little bit with Kyle when he came on the show about how good he's been, right? We're talking about Morikawa is just so good. And then Cantlay's been so good. And I don't think we got into the whole Rahm, Cantlay, player of the year stuff with Kyle. I think we had time for it, but I would have loved to because so many people were saying, oh, I can't believe Cantlay won Player of the Year, but he was really good and he's continued to be good. And he had injuries for the longest time. And that guy's just a flat out killer. I think him and Morikawa are the two guys to beat. And I would not be surprised if Morikawa or Cantlay, if one of them is not number one by the end of the year in terms of the OWGR.
Ooh, you're calling Cantlay back to back?
No, OWGR, like number one in the world. I mean, right now, Rahm's been it for a while. I could see Morikawa or Cantlay, either one of those surpassing him this year.
If Cantlay gets to number one OWGR, it probably means he's winning back-to-back tour titles.
It's all about how he does in the majors. He hasn't done great in the majors, but Rahm hasn't done great out of non-majors. I mean, he's not a big conversion guy when it comes to closing it out on Sunday. It's just the facts, right?
It's just give me the facts.
Bringing me back to my next point. I do need to show you this real quick. And I'm sorry, you guys need to watch on YouTube if you want to see this stuff live. So, our buddy Kip posted this on Twitter today. And he said, quote, "You're gonna have to bring the heat this week because you get fined for busting these tee markers with your club. That's solid steel. These tee markers are solid steel."
Found a way to work around it, did they? Mm-hmm. You think somebody's putting an extra driver in the bag?
Yeah, I think so. John, trust me, you're gonna need it. It'll help.
No, I don't know. He plays good here. He likes.
He plays good at Torrey, and he was tearing that place up.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't play. He didn't play great there. I mean, he was definitely steaming after a round or two.
Yeah. Yep.
What else? Anything else exciting happened in golf or over the weekend for you before we get into?
Well, you had a prediction that I don't think we need to talk about on the air.
No, go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead.
No. Nope. It was about the commentator that interviews all the people behind the round. You had a prediction, and I did not go into it, but we're not going to go into it here. I'll just say you have a prediction. I do believe you're probably correct, but we will not break that news here.
Wait a minute. What for this past weekend or the week? Oh, yes, I did have a prediction.
Yes, you did.
Somebody. Well, let me just say this. I'll throw a teaser out there. It looked like there may have been more people behind the mic than you actually saw.
There you go. Yep. 100%. Timestamp it. February 7th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
Could be. I like AM better. Could be completely wrong. Maybe it's just been,
I don't think you're wrong. I was definitely the clothing's different, and yeah, I think you're 100% right.
Maybe just a change of behaviors, but we'll see. We will see. Not one to stir up drama and controversy over here. No,
although we did predict.
Easy.
We predicted Minnie Fowler and Spieth. We did. We broke that news. We did.
Easy.
That's the one thing we're good at.
I think you must have an inside track somewhere. I don't know who your person is, but I feel like you got a person that I don't know about. That I do not know about. Let me see if there's anything interesting over here. I saved some pictures today. Let me see if I want to chat about those. Let's see. Well, it's about Bryson. We don't need to talk anymore about him. No,
so let me ask you real quick. So we talked about Phil. What do you think Phil's future is on the PGA Tour?
Oh, I think it's fine. I think he's I think what he's working on is back-to-back PIP winners, back-to-back PIP championships. He's like, it's like, well, wait a minute. If I'm gonna have to pay for my rights, then I'm actually going to let you pay for my rights. So why don't you go ahead and crown me victorious in the PIP for the second year, 2 years in a row. And I'll just, hey, just keep it. Just give me my rights.
So let me ask you this. So could him winning the PGA last year actually be the nail in the coffin, and that he can go to the Saudi Golf League because he's going to have exemptions to a bunch of these majors and stuff for the next couple of years on the PGA Tour?
Well, I mean, why would you go play the Champions Tour for limited amounts of money when you can go? I mean, the only pain in the ass, I think, and not to say that they don't have good golf courses over there, but if you're going to compare the Champions Tour setups to what they're going to go on over there. I mean, there's no way they're dropping that much money and they're not playing the best courses. It's just the pain. I think the pain in the ass is, do you want to live on that side of the world for whatever period of time it is? And the other thing too, I mean, I think he can pick and choose as he wants to. I don't know why he wouldn't go.
Okay. Legacy perspective. Okay. We talked about this a little bit last week in terms of Rodgers and the shock and all that kind of stuff, right? Do you think Phil sides more with the Shark legacy in terms of like more of a capitalistic kind of perspective, or Jack's legacy more in terms of just loving the PGA Tour and that kind of thing in his post PGA career?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. So now what this very well could be is he could be working his way into being the commissioner of the PGA Tour. I mean, just think about it. He goes over there. So think about it like this. Put it in perspective of Tiger as a player coach at the President's Cup, right? So he's playing, but he's player captain. He's captaining and he's also playing. Now he's playing in limited matches where strategically he's putting himself advantageously, and he's also being humble enough. I never thought that would be framed up in that sense, but he's doing it, or he did it. So, I mean, I think easily he could be in a position to where he's going to be a player staff member of the league. And he's kind of helping and coaching and kind of bringing some things along, beef up the resume a little bit and some in some managing a league experience. And then he comes back and he goes, "Hey guys, I'm still your guy. I'm still the same everyman's man that you loved. I just went and got a little experience sitting in the C-suite while also playing to help draw." Right? Because we still got to pay the bills. So me in the office ain't going to necessarily pay the bills. But I think him playing and getting a part-time gig in the back office, I think it segues right into, guess who the next chairman of the PGA Tour is.
So when he calls them the obnoxious greed and that kind of thing, it's weird because he's lashing out because I think he's angry, right? He's really angry with that rights issue.
Yeah, there's an elitism, I think, I mean, I'm just saying, when you're playing at that level, and they're not playing on shitty courses. Everything that they're getting is top of the league. Granted, they work for it. I'm not taking anything away from that. They work for it. He earned it. They earned it, however you want to frame it up. And I think it's deserved because there's obviously money out there to support it. And don't forget the PGA itself as a nonprofit and the things that it's doing for the communities, that it visits. I think there's a lot to be said from a humanitarian aspect that probably you lose a little bit with some of those comments that Phil's making, right? Because I mean, the tour is a nonprofit organization. Right. So even though they're going to charge that $1 million,
right?
I mean, I don't know. It's that
so
question.
I guess my point with that was, as much as he's angry with them, CBS, I think, owns a lot of those rights too, right? Because they were the broadcaster.
That's probably where.
Is he kind of? So, are we saying we're not going to see Phil in the booth in terms of Sundays? We thought, hey, he's the Tony Romo of like CBS coming to that way, but now he's kind of shooting himself in the foot a little bit.
I heard all future matches got canceled.
I know that's TBS, right, or TNT? Yeah. All right, let's take us to Arizona.
Arizona, we're heading to TPC Scottsdale. Fantastic course, by the way. I went to the tournament. By the way, Browner and team, I hope you guys have a great spin out there. Looks like it was a lot of fun. The aunt and uncle they went to the 16th concert last night or 2 nights ago. They said it was a blast. So TPC Scottsdale is one of those places, even if you're not a golfer, it's a party, man. It's a fun time and it's a good time. It's a big ass golf course, and you got to.
You know who I'm jealous of right now is our buddy Pete Charleston.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of, yeah, I know. I guess I'm dropping this too soon. I don't know if I can say that they entered into a new partnership. I guess I'll say it like that. And I think he's coming back on the show to talk about it. So
he's having fun this week. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I think he is a Thunderbird, right? Didn't he say?
I think he was, and then top 5 radio voice we've had on the show for sure.
Well, I mean, do we count as 2?
One of us does.
Keep up the good work, Dan. I'll keep drinking. By the way, this seagrass, barrel seagrass, I think it's a 15-year, I believe. Excuse me, 16 year. Most people talk about how that little extra age, it kind of gets in there, and it's kind of shit. This thing is like, it is so good, man. Definitely going to be drunk by the end of the show.
Wonderful.
I need to appreciate that. So the Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Who are we talking to? Like Tiger in another hour or two? Yeah.
Maybe I think Bubba's, they're on like a charter back, so I don't think they made it out in time. I think
I'm just saying, usually you get kind of really, really overserved, then we have to talk to somebody, important. And our listeners, though, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
I can't say who we're talking to, but it's going to be a great show.
That's hilarious. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hope you signed that NDA.
Exactly.
TPC Scottsdale, par 71, 7,200 yards, just over. Tom Weiskopf design. It says it's Bermuda grass, but it's some kind of funky POA something mixture. But we'll call it Bermuda because neither of us are ergonomists. Did I get that right?
Close enough.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. There's a mix of who can and who will win this. Our previous several winners. Obviously, by the way, before we get into this, did you hear Brooks Koepka was lobbying to all the players to make this the 6th major?
Well, he is. I'm not going to say it. Yep, got it. I need to bite my tongue on that one.
I don't know. I don't know what you're biting your tongue. I never bite mine. So before we get there, Brooks Koepka, Webb Simpson, Ricky Fowler. Where was he at last week, by the way? Gary Woodland in 2018 and Jordan Spieth in 2017. So that's your last 5 winners. We'll talk about a few more of them as we burn through our probably winning lineup. Probably, I say. It's never a sure bet. That's why it's called betting. But yeah, I think we're going to wind up in a position here where we're in the desert. So the air is going to be thinner. Balls are going to fly. I think this course is one of the longest average drives on tour. Lots of bunkers. And I don't know. I mean, unless you hit it behind a rock and unless you're Tiger Woods and get all the fans to move the rock for you, I think you're in pretty good shape here. So let's head over to our friends at Fantasy National. And let's see where money's going to lie this week, Dan. I know we did last week's show without any numbers. We didn't start out too well. We had numbers. We just didn't have any.
We actually might start doing that more. Actually, we might actually start guessing the lines.
Think it worked out better for you?
No. I think it'd be a fun little segment to guess the things. At least the top, the $10,000 range and $9,000 range.
Yeah. So here we are again. Plays extremely well here, coming in off of what I would call great recent form. Jon Rahm ranks out number 1 in the elite category of players, followed by JT, Patrick Cantlay, Hideki Matsuyama, 2-time winner here, at least one. Viktor Hovland rounds out the $10,000 and better range. Dan, where are you going in the elite tier of golfers here?
Well, Rahm he plays well here and he's on fire, so you can't steer away there. JT, good form recently. And I don't know where you go, because you talked about earlier, Cantlay, can't miss. Everybody's on fire, man. Hideki just won. Hovland's been on fire. I don't know where you miss in the 10,000. I think you have to start below, and I think whatever money you have left, you have to go with.
I don't know if Rahm's ever missed a cut here, but just some of his recent performances. T13 21, T9 20, T10 19, T11 18, and then T5 as an amateur. So it's one of those. I don't know why you go any different direction if you can cough it up. I think there's plenty of people down that's a little cheaper, that's going to get you a good direction. You definitely got to make cut. You've got a guy that's going to be able to score. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's a great fit. And even at that price range, I can't really argue and say that it's bad to go that route. That I just can't. I'm not starting there. I'll pull a couple guys out that I'm going to ride.
It is rare. Hold on. It is rare to see a guy at 11,600 with a projected ownership of 21%.
Well,
that tells you something. Yeah.
There you go. I'm starting my lineup. I'm starting with Hideki Matsuyama. Could be a lean here to one and done later on in the show, but I mean, he's striking the ball good. He's already got a win this year. T16 and 20, T15 and 19. He won in 17 and 16. Hold on. Did you hear that right, Dan? That's back-to-back wins. Back-to-back wins.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. And then T2 and 15, T4 and 14. I don't know how you can go wrong with Hideki Matsuyama at all. I think that's where I'm starting at. And that may be my only, I'll mix some lineups up, but that's my guy. That's where I'm heading.
I'm with you on Rahm. I'm with you on Hideki. This is my point earlier, like in terms of this range here. Look at Cantlay, okay? So BMW first, Tour Championship first, Century fourth, Amex ninth, Pebble fourth. It's like model rank second, and I'm going to get almost $1,000 break on him compared to Rahm.
No, I think all day. I mean, I think all day I think you hedge that and you keep it running, man.
Yeah. It's a strong field. It's a lot of strong recent form here too. It's just it's really interesting. If I'm going to start with one, I'm probably going to start with Cantlay.
Yeah, I think it's a great play. Yeah, good. Yeah, great finishes. Ball strike. Well, I mean, he didn't play that well last week, but I don't know that he wanted to play. I shouldn't say he didn't want to play that well, but I mean, was this just a tune-up? Is it a tune-up for this week? Because in my opinion, the tour starts this week.
Yes, it is. It is a start.
It's. Yeah. I mean, we've had a field of players, but I think you're getting. Here's where you're starting to see people that we haven't seen before, and we'll get into those guys in just a second. Yeah, I don't think there's no fade for me either way in the $10,000 category. I think it's managed accordingly to your budget.
So we're ending the course rotation, right? So we're not doing that anymore. And then the Pro-Am's gone. So it's kind of the kickoff. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we're kicking off. So yeah, I don't think there's a bad way. I couldn't argue about Cantlay. I'm leaning Hideki, heavy lean to Hideki this week. I think we got a first 2-time winner on tour this year. If Hideki wins this, I believe I said that right. We'll see
if he wins it for sure. Yeah.
Right. All right. So the $9,000 category. I mean, Spieth, coming off the bug, 2 at the Amex, stomach bug, and has a, I guess, upset. I mean, he had a great tournament at the AT&T. He is a winner. Finished second last week. He's won here before, so I don't know. I mean, how can you get away from Spieth? I mean, do you still have to stay on the Spieth train?
He played well.
T4 here last year, and I wouldn't say his game was really where it's sitting at today.
It's definitely a roller coaster last year too. It was. I remember that with the water and everything going on. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a way around it, but yeah.
So in the $9,000 range, I mean, so a couple of leans for me. I don't know that I'm not going to be able to play Spieth in a lot of lineups, just because he's $9,900. I think it's a good play. Yeah. I think they're all a good play. I'll give you my fade, right? And I think Sam Burns for me is probably a fade.
Ooh, okay.
And Daniel Berger. I'll give you my 2 fades instead of talking about who I would play. So I don't know what's going on with Berger. He had a WD last week.
Yeah.
Last time we saw, with Berger, I don't know. There's a back injury or something going on. I don't know where that's going to be. Is he resting up? I don't know. Is he like, I ain't going out and playing with the, get me away from the amateurs. I'm done. I don't want to be involved in this.
Yeah.
Maybe he's kind of reharnessing his chi and getting everything, lined back up. That's the reason that's a fade for me. I just don't know where he's at. And the last time we saw Sam Burns was at the Farmers, and it was a miscut.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's happening with Sam Burns either. Obviously a talented player, but that's probably my two fades. I don't know. For me, it's a coin toss for most of the guys there. I'm probably looking at course history. And as I look at course history, Xander plays really well here. Obviously Brooks won last year. And he's, I did hear he's lobbying to the players committee to get this voted as the sixth major. Scottie, Bubba finished. He could have won the tournament last week had HV3 not made the putt of his fucking life.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Those are my fades. I don't know if you want to talk about anybody else.
I would agree with your fade. I don't know what to think about Brooks, because you look at his last, 5 rounds, there's 3 missed cuts. You got a T28 and a T38. I mean, it's been okay. Right. And he played against Bryson, and he did great, but Bryson's been kind of hurt and everything else. We don't know what to think about Brooks. I don't know. I didn't know what to think about him last year when he won, though. So who knows about Brooks? You never know if he's in or out. Apparently he likes this place. So I think he's probably going to play pretty well, just because of the lobbying and how much he's endorsing it. And whenever he does that and puts his kind of name behind it, you think he's got an interest in it. So I think that's good. I'm with you. I think Bubba's interesting here. We don't see much on Bubba from a PGA perspective, but second last week against HB3 in a pretty strong field over there in Saudi. So I'm kind of leaning that way for $9,000 here.
And he plays really well here.
Yeah.
We're getting on kind of the Bubba stretch of golf, and leading into the Masters. I mean, this is kind of where he where he comes into his own. And I've been trying to think of the guys. Who was the Ryder Cup captain this year?
Stricker.
Yeah. So I mean, you're talking.
He played well here last year.
Well, yeah, you were talking about Koepka, right? And I think Stricker was in contention through Sunday, pretty much, So, it's kind of one of those, it's like, don't overlook. I mean, just as soon as you're thinking, man, they're going to be able to bomb away out here, and it's why, and it's fairly open other than the sand traps. I mean, I think there's something to be said for as we move through the salaries here. So, yeah, I think, again, I know it's not, I guess all I can talk about is who I wouldn't, or who I'm going to fade, not who I'm going to play. Maybe we should probably take into consideration some of the ownership. So what's Bubba's ownership going to be here?
10. Yeah, 10.2.
So you got Sam Burns at 93 and Bubba at both are hovering, around low double digits. Like, I'm going Bubba all day on that one.
Yes.
Scottie Scheffler is probably going to be a fade for me at 18% owned. Brooks Koepka, he's still single digits. I don't know if that's going to hold up or not, but that easily could be, if he's single digits, I'm definitely going to pull that card, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that one for sure.
Going to pull that card. $8,000. Let's see who,
I like Fitzpatrick here. T6 last week, T64, T30. I mean, I see him as playing well here off the T7th on approach 78th, around the green 95th. Not great there, but around the green. I mean, if you're on approach, if you can hit 78th, putting 70th, he's 6.6% owned at $8,700. I can see him popping here. I can see he's not played here before from what I can tell. And I like the way he's trending right now.
At 6.6%, I think yes. But I mean, $200 more at at 5.4% projected. Granted, this is on Monday. Maybe Tony Finau, maybe.
I got burned by Tony when I picked him for my one and done.
You don't. Well, that's because you picked him as your one and done.
That's true.
No, but I mean, you don't have to be a great putter to win at this golf course. So that's, look at, Bubba plays really well here, and the creativity that's happening in his shots. Tony Finau at the percentage. I mean, that's a solid maybe. I don't know. We haven't seen Louis O in forever. I guess he's better. I'm imagining he's been out on the farm taking care of the family, and kind of just getting everything right and in his Zen moment. So maybe. But
here's my thing on Louis O. It doesn't matter if he played last week. He can come out and shoot low. Whenever he plays on purpose, and he's ready. And he does not need a warm up, from what I can tell.
I'm not arguing that he's a champion and he's a winner, but I'm just, don't know where he's at. I don't know. I mean, with all the other options there, I don't know that I'm going to lean that direction. Webb Simpson, another previous winner, $8,600. That's probably somewhere I'm going to lean. Adam Scott. I think Riviera is coming up. Somebody's looking for a tune-up, man. They're looking to get some reps in. So,
Beards are in Phoenix.
Let's throw another shrimp on the bobby. Why wouldn't I? Seamus Power. I don't know. After his meltdown last week, I guess that's what you would call it. I mean, I thought he had the cat in the bag, and boy, he did not at the AT&T. So the guy's a hell of a golfer, a hell of a ball striker.
That's a rough one to rub off.
Yeah. What looked like it was going to be standing there beside Dirty Harry, holding the trophy, making your day. It didn't get that one pulled off. So I don't know. I don't know what that's going to look like. And Hoge, back to back.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
T4 cut, second cut, first. I'm thinking probably a cut. It's the way going.
That's what it says. But 3 out of the last 5 tournaments have been T4. Or no, that's 3 out of his last 5 have been T4 better.
He's a Texas guy. He could. I mean, he probably plays well here. So who knows? I mean, I don't like doing back to back, but.
What's Hoge look like? Cut last year, T25, T44, and cut. So I don't know. Now I think out of the $8,000 category, I think it's a Finau for me, and a Webb Simpson. I think those are my 2 guys that I'm probably leaning towards.
I like Louis, Fitzy, and Webb.
Yeah. $7,000 range. Is HV3 actually going to show up and play? Because he actually plays pretty good here.
So that was a little bit of my concern with the Bubba, right? Is it? I mean, how jet lagged are they going to be?
I got 2 or 3 days. I mean, they're professionals.
All right.
It's like how hungover is he going to be in the morning? It's like, not that bad. It's going to be fine.
All right. Okay.
Better than most.
Okay. Better than most.
I'm probably going to fade HV3 here just because I don't know what's in it for him. Right. I mean, obviously another victory would be great, but I mean, you saw the dancing that guy was doing. I mean, that was a Danimal special out there. I mean, that was like 12:30 in the morning. He's been started day drinking way too early, and the shirt's getting ready to come off. And that's a sight nobody wants to see. Believe that.
Believe me, you.
Billy Ho plays pretty good here.
Yeah.
And
so does Answer.
We saw some good golf out of him. Answer's another one that he didn't. I don't know if he plays well here, but
I looked at it earlier. Yeah.
Well, I don't see him much. So maybe you're looking at a different stat than I am.
Mm-hmm.
The last tournament I see that he played here was in 2019, and he missed the cut. So maybe you're talking about a different Answer. We're in the $7,000
different answer.
Different answer. No, you were talking about Anzer.
Oh,
no, I'm talking about the Tequila Man, Dan. So I think Billy Ho's probably somebody to play here.
You're right. I was doing different research earlier today about something else. Yep.
Oh, you do. Oh, you actually do research for the show, do you?
Yep.
Maybe one day, one day you'll enlighten us with some of that research.
You're right. I know what I was doing. Yep.
Let's see. So again, I think Billy Ho's a play. Luke Lists, maybe we've seen some good golf out of Luke that I can get behind. Andrew Putnam was T7 here last year,
and good week last week.
Yeah, so recent form, recent play. Just couple of other guys that kind of have been, look good. Yeah, it's probably, I'll stop with those two and let you go. I may pick up somebody else here.
So
Don't say Bucky. Don't say it. That's who I'm talking about later.
Here, I was doing some players research on Pete Dye courses, and that answer was popping up there. That's what I was thinking earlier.
Oh, well, that's yeah.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, I really want to make sure I save a good one and done for that, because that purse has just gotten insane. So yeah. I'm with you.
Hold on.
Did
you mark your one and done for Sawgrass as answer? So
in 2023, yeah.
Okay, 2023. Got it. I just want to be clear.
No, I'm with you. I think Horschel's interesting. And then I'm not going Bucky. I'm not going Bucky. Putnam had a great week last week. I might lean that way. Yeah.
What did Siwoo do last week? Get on the
he's been playing well though. T11 last Farmers and Amex. So yeah, he's been doing well. Yeah. I could see that.
I could sprinkle a little Siwoo around there. Keith Mitchell, he's got a decent run here. Kuchar actually has a pretty good track record here.
Yes, he does. I saw that. And I'm like, I just don't like the recent form.
Yeah. All right. So I'm scratching down to the bottom of the $7,000 range, just to talk about some folks. What's Keegan Bradley's ownership going to be? What's it projected at?
Keegan Bradley
7,200.
8.6.
All right. So if he stays single digits, T22, T49, T67, T43, plays good here. I said it. It's noted. You don't have to be a great putter to win here. I could see that kind of going somewhere.
Talk me out of this. Talk me out of Aaron Wise at 15% projected ownership.
Never. Yeah. So here's the thing. It's 66 last year, missed the cut the year before. I did build a couple lineups already, and I put him in a few just for the price, because I think that we're seeing a little bit of a different Aaron Wise as of late. But as I look at it, he missed the cut at the Farmers, so I don't know. I think that So there you go. What are we going to see? But yeah,
talk me out of Pat Perez. Good Lord, look at that. I think he's definitely going to be in some lineups this week.
I think he should be. Local guy. Lives, I think he lives right around the corner from there, plays at a course right around the corner from there. And Pat Perez, T9 at Pebble, T6 at the Farmers. He plays, he missed the cut last year, so I don't know, it's probably like party day for Pat Perez. I'm saying he's hosting and he's doing some things, but I don't know, is he doing well? Think about this, HV3. And now it wasn't a win on the PGA Tour, but I would think that they're kind of contemporaries in their career and where they are. Maybe I've fucked that up totally, but I kind of look at that as a similar path, and kind of where they as journeymen out there on the tour. I guess that's not a proper definition of journeyman, but you know what I'm saying, right? So I don't know, is he going to feel a little pressure, and is he going to kind of rein it back from the hosting and showing off, not showing off, but entertaining throughout the week in his hometown, not hometown, but where he lives.
So what I like about him is the two, like the T9 and T6, right? But then I also like 19th on approach, last 24 rounds, 37th shots gained total, and then 14th in putting. He's been doing really well. 22nd in the model rank here for $7,100. I'm playing him. I'm definitely playing him.
Yeah, I think that's solid. I think the other Tequila Man might be a play here as well. Maybe not. But
we just did that.
No.
Another one. There's one other one.
The other Tequila Man.
Oh
yeah. I hear it's a big thing.
Oh, I got you.
So he didn't play last week. T70 at the Farmers.
You're talking about Brandon Grace, right?
Yeah, you know it. But I don't. Maybe Ortiz is. That could be a little bit of a lean. T4 last year, T25, T60, in his past three showings.
Yeah.
At Scottsdale. So that could be a spot. Mito, maybe,
Mhm. Yep.
maybe.
I think like a Pat Perez Mito could be an interesting place to start a lineup.
So do I. I also think the Sauce Man could be a direct. I mean, you didn't bet him at the Amex and finished T6. I mean, that would have been a great top 10 bet. T62 at Farmers. So, I played Matt Jones in a few lineups, and I'm probably not going to get on any Matt Jones this week.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Probably going to be a disaster for me, but yeah.
Okay. Anybody in the 6,000?
Adam had one for one. I think that's a great place to start.
Hudson.
Hudson Swafford could be another 2-time winner on tour this week. He did miss the cut in 21, T9 and 20.
Which tells me he likes the place with the T9, right? And then the recent form, he just won. Yep. He's 38 off the tee, 13th on approach, and 63rd in putting. I mean, to me, it's that's worth some dollars right there.
So tournament, let's see. I might sprinkle in a little Zach Johnson if I'm kind of flirting around and trying to play the contrarian. Just I'm thinking kind of the Stricker play here. Is Zach Johnson going to rekindle that? And all I need you to do, Zach, is make it to the weekend. I don't need you to win. Just make it to the weekend. That's all I need out of you.
Yeah.
Martin Laird has played really well here in the past, so I think that's a guy that I'm probably that's probably going to get some sprinkling. I don't know about Beau Hossler. I mean, he's had some decent finishes here. He did miss a cut last year, 66, T39, and T17.
Third last week, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what that's going to drain out of him. I mean, I'm watching, kind of what Beau was doing. I wasn't necessarily expecting a win out of him if I was betting him, but a top 25, something along those lines. I mean, if it didn't just suck the wind out of him, I could see that going somewhere.
I have the screen up so I can't see, but doesn't Nate play this place pretty well too?
Nate Lashley, he does. Yeah. T17 last year and then T3. So Lashley's probably another play.
Yeah.
Hoffman, somebody that he missed the cut last year. He's played it well previously, but I don't know. I think there's an injury going on there. So I'm probably steering clear of Hoffman. Just a couple of the call outs in the 6,000. That way we,
what a field, man. Wow. This is going to be great.
Great field. JT Poston could be a guy that I kind of sprinkle around. He's got a good track record here. James Hahn, 10th last year. So decent track record here. That's kind of where, I don't know. That's probably where I'm at in the, I don't know. Sometimes I just want to play Harry Higgs just to play him so I can keep following him. Scott Stallings had a good week last week, and could see this turning into somewhere where he gets hot at again. So, all right, Dan, we got to do one and dones, or do you want to do a lineup? You want to do a
let's do one. Let's do one. Yeah.
Tisk.
Oh man.
Who you taking for the bowl? Who you got for the bowl?
Rams.
You didn't say that with a lot of conviction.
Yes, I did. Oh, I 100% did. 100% did. Yes, I did.
Clearly, Dan started drinking already.
No.
All right, I'm gonna let you pick the first guy.
Hold on.
I'm gonna get.
Well, let's do one of those first picks. I don't have it up yet, but let's do one of those first picks we did. Who was it? We said there was two of them right in a row.
Hideki.
No,
Hideki and Cantlay. Oh no, you said.
Let's take Hideki. Let's take Hideki, Cantlay, Rahm.
I see what you're doing. So you said you want to take the Anser guy that plays well here.
No.
Who did you say? Fitzpatrick? Did you say?
No, it wasn't. It was in like an $8,000 range, I think.
You said Berger. Well, if it was 8,000, Adam Scott, Oosthuizen, Bubba Watson, Tony Finau.
I don't remember. Let's start with all right, let's start at do you want to do Webb? Yes or no?
I think Webb's. Yeah, let's do Webb.
Okay, let's do Webb.
All right, got Webb.
All right, you pick next.
Well, let's go below Adam Scott.
Okay. Horschel.
Yeah, I'm
Siwoo?
good.
Siwoo?
No, I'm good with Horschel. I'm good with Horschel.
Do you want to do Siwoo?
Let's see. Let's see what that'll leave us, because we have to. We may be.
He's been on fire.
Okay, he's good. Siwoo. I know he's missed a lot of cuts here recently.
Okay.
I mean,
skip
three
that
out
one.
of the last 5. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad play. I'm just saying I'd rather go like I'm thinking like Luke List or
Okay.
what we didn't even mention Homa. What do you think about Homa? T42, T6, T26.
Bourbon guy. Let's do it.
All right, we got $17,400 left, and we have 2 players we can pick. So we
Okay.
can do this one of 2 ways. So we can go.
You liked Finau a lot.
Well, hold on here. You were really bragging about Bubba. You want
I
to
do like Bubba.
You want to go Bubba or Scheffler?
Bubba.
All right. Now we got $8,400 left. I don't. You want to get back on the? You want to get on the power train? You want to get on? You want to get on the Seamus man's train? Let's see what he's doing over here.
What's Connor's done here?
I know. T17 and T45. Let's go Connors.
Okay, Connors.
Leaving
Connors is a really good player, man.
Leaving $100 on the table.
All right.
And all right, we'll see what happens. I played the Millionaire Maker on that one, by the way.
Great.
Just so you know.
Wonderful.
Hey, just kidding. I didn't. I played like I played the.
Just so you know.
I played the double your money, the double up for $20. So the most will wins $20 on that lineup. All right.
I want to do one thing real quick. Okay.
Okay.
I think I know something here. And
well, can't wait for this one, kids.
No. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Yep. Not good. Okay. I'm ready for one and done.
Oh, wait, what's that? I took the lead, did I?
No.
You took it back. You took it back?
Nope.
Take it
I've
back?
had the lead, but it's not good.
Well,
go first. You go first.
Hold on just a second. Well, let's talk about who we picked last week. I mean, Jason Day did just, I mean, it was solid. I think.
Oh yeah. I'm not talking about last week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, unless there's a withdrawal, which I stand to recant and replug, I'm going Hideki Matsuyama this week.
Okay.
I think we've got our first 2-time PGA Tour winner at Scottsdale in Hideki Matsuyama. Unless he just withdrew.
No. Here is my okay. I'm gonna go Bubba Watson. Okay. Cal, do you know why I'm reluctant to go Bubba Watson?
Because he just withdrew.
No. I wouldn't take him if he withdrew. I picked him last year here. And he got me $64,000.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh.
He was in all the commercials and he didn't do anything. And I'm like, should I do it again?
Did I pick Bucky here last year? And he
who'd you pick here last year? Who'd you pick? Let's see.
I think I picked Bucky.
You picked Berger here last year.
I did. Yeah.
No.
Well, steer clear. Yeah. You heard it here first. Don't do it and steer clear.
I hope I do better this year. Yeah.
Well, I hope you do too.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. But I hope you don't do as well as I do. unless you're going to bet him outright and you're going to oh, by the way, do we want to look through some bets real quick?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see what some odds are. I'm just going to pull odds on our friends at FantasyNational.com.
So for me, Bubba, okay, let's just talk real quick. Bubba for me is like, I like here, Travelers, the Masters, you know.
By the way, I think you can get Bubba for like 80 or 90 or something at the Masters still. 80 or 90 to 1, like extremely high double digits. Like that may not be like a horror.
I've already picked it. Do you like him better here or the Travelers?
Here's what I think. If he doesn't do well here, I don't think you're getting anything at the Travelers. So I mean, no,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I think if you use him here and he does good, then you're not going to you're not going to kick yourself for picking him because he's going to play well at the Travelers. I think if he doesn't do well here, then you're just you're ripping the Band-Aid early, man. That way you ain't going to worry about it. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hold on, I'm gonna change the pricing because here in Georgia it's kind of a weird what do they not have odds out yet? Why don't they have odds out yet? I can't see them on Fantasy National.
Let me take a look.
I got DraftKings, Fan Team, the Open Field, and Yahoo. Maybe it'll show it on the field.
Yeah, I don't see them. You're right. I don't see it.
Yeah, usually they already have the odds out.
Well, that's
so I did
what a
look.
bummer.
I did look on the book earlier. Let me go to my book and see if I can, because I have to be very skeptical on where I go. Okay, so all right, so I can get some odds here. So Bubba Watson is plus 3,300. It's probably not a bad. I'm gonna go ahead and put some scratch on that one. So I'm good there. Let's see where Hideki's at. Hideki's plus 16, and ain't that great. So I'll pass on that one. Berger, no chance. I don't know. Brooks Koepka at 28. Maybe. It's not horrible. Who else do you think can win here? Tony Finau? I think he could win.
Yeah.
HV3, how much would you say? Like put a C note on it to Benny's all around for HG. I'm just kind of looking kind of deep in the hundreds about who.
Siwoo plus 8,000.
Is it really? No, that's not okay. I don't see. I know what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know. Weber at 40.
Yeah, I'm not 40 to 1. I'm
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Let's see if I can change that.
I could see Billy Hope kind of pull something off. Bucky, no way. Keegan at 80, Siwoo at 80.
Yeah, 80. I do the 81. So.
Yeah. It's probably not that play.
I do Mito.
Let's see if I see me. What's Mito at?
Probably, if I have to convert it, maybe.
I got it. We have 125.
Yep, 125.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sweet to hit right there, wouldn't it?
Yep. Ortiz at 125 as well.
Ooh, Ortiz, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'd probably stop.
And he plays good here, yeah.
We're gonna go deep. Maybe Nate at. Yeah.
Which one?
Nate Lashley, maybe. You're gonna go really deep.
I don't think you need to get that deep. No, I'm with you, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that gets us other than more points.
Okay. So sell me on this Righteous Gemstones.
Oh my God. All right. So in the politically correct world that we live in today, where you have to be so politically correct about everything, this show couldn't be any fucking different than political. I mean, it is like no shit, man. I mean, if you thought Southbound and Down was like
Eastbound and Down.
Excuse me. If you thought Eastbound and Down was like they crossed a couple of lines there, it's like, what'd you hurt?
Yeah, I love Danny McBride. Yeah.
Okay, so this dude, like, it is, and the funnier shit is you've got Roseanne's husband,
Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold.
Oh God.
No. Sorry. No. In the show Roseanne. He played.
Yeah.
the
Over the line. Yeah.
Big guy. His name's escaping me.
That's okay. That's right.
Anyway, but like it is so money. It's like now granted, it is not for the weak at heart. It like this thing is right. Like I've thought about recommending it to a couple of family members, and I haven't, because I think that they would like the humor about it. But it is very it's like, so the premise of the show is there's these evangelistic John Goodman. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. There are these evangelical preachers, and they're just getting into like the whole, like the resort, and you build your compound. And I don't know. I think I'm on the first season for sure. I'm watching kind of bits at a time. Dixie thinks it's the dumbest damn thing she's ever saw. So, but it's like, but I literally horse laugh because the shit that goes on, it's like there's a brother and he's got a buddy, but they're not in a relationship and they don't even realize it. And you've got this sister that like, she has no idea. Like somebody was watching it the other night and they're like, oh my God, she's like a sexual deviant, but she doesn't mean it that way. Like she's saying things, but she's not saying it in that way. But they go to like Sunday dinner after church, and it's like, God damn it, Daddy, what the fuck's going on? Bull, this is after they just got done preaching to the field of the auditorium of 20,000 people. I mean, did I have to say more than Danny McBride and John Goodman?
No, you didn't. No.
And it is the most, it's the rankest. Like, I mean, literally, like I could see, and I'm like, man, I got to send this because it is so good. Okay. It's so good, but it's also like people are like, oh, that I could see people being very offended.
All right. So how far are you in
like 6 or 7 shows.
Okay. I'll try to catch up. All right.
Oh no, it's, I mean, they're shooting people and killing people. And there's like, they come to Atlanta. So here, let me give you, so Danny McBride, Danny McBride is like the eldest son of the tribe and of the Gemstone family.
Yeah.
And Danny McBride takes a group of his disciples to Atlanta to a Christian conference, and somebody videotapes them with naked hookers in the room doing cocaine off the table. And there are penis shots like walking around. And anyway, so I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So anyway, so they come out with like the thing, and whoever took the camera or whoever took the pictures, whoever took the videos, they're trying to blackmail them.
Yeah.
I can't, I'll give more of it away because it's like so good as it leads on. Anyway, but it is like, I mean, sometimes I don't feel uncomfortable watching it, but I'm like, man, if people knew I watched this show. See, Dixie said, I don't know why. Don't know why he's watching it.
I think Dixie keeps saying, told you Hoagie. I told you Hoagie.
more. That's because Dixie is not food motivated.
Nice. What about 1883? Are you caught up?
I'm caught up. It's getting a little slow for me though. It's getting as it's progressing, and it's I mean, everything's the same storyline, but they're really getting into a lot more of the dramatic effect kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
And so, I mean, basically Tim McGraw went from I'm an Indian outlaw to the 8-second song, skydiving, Rocky Mountain flying, 2.7 seconds on a bull name. Like he went from like, hey, I'm just going to go out here and do it because I'm an Indian outlaw.
Gotcha.
And then he said, wait a minute. I own my own music rights. I can get serious. I can get serious now. I can fill a stadium. And he's like, nice. I'm going to be an artist now. And I really think that that's kind of what happened, is that they've now gone into this. The people are still watching now, where I don't know. What do you think about it?
I think a lot of it is very much what you said and predictable. I can see why people like it because it's, visually it's very cool with its topography and everything going out there. I thought the part with Sam Elliott comforting the daughter when spoiler alert, when her significant other gets killed, with the whole how to grieve was outstanding. So the episode before this last one, I thought that was phenomenal the way he comforted her. I thought it was so cool the way they did it, and I was like, whoa, because I was like, it's okay. It's kind of, it's slow, like your point. And I was like, and they started doing that. And I said, this is actually really freaking good. I liked that. I'm so glad I continued to watch because I got to witness that. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess my thing in what's happening, if you think about it, so here's what I would say is I would say that 1883, if you just describe the two shows for me, like if you described Yellowstone and 1883,
yeah,
I think that Yellowstone is like action-packed Clint Eastwood shoot 'em up Western shit.
Yeah. Yep.
And 1883 is more like daytime drama TV of, hey, here's what's going on in the current world. Like I think, and maybe it's by intent, same writer, right? Yep. So maybe it's by intent that they've kind of done a flip-flop and they've taken something from the present and put it in the past and something from the past and put it in the present. But I think that they're losing, like if you're looking for Tombstone in 1883, you had it in the first couple episodes, but then now it's gone. Yeah. Now you've gotten into Days of Our Lives.
Meets Oregon Trail.
Yeah. But I totally get that because now it's like, hey, well, we can, they had to ride into town, this week or whatever. And then you had the match made with Sam Elliott's, right-hand guy. And, and he and the, where are they from? Norway or somewhere,
Germany.
The German lady, they bone, and they get it on, and interracial relationship, they're out on the plains, how's this going to work kind of thing. And it's working out just fine. It looked like everybody looked happy, but a little bit of dramatic, little bit drama, one a little more Tombstone, one a little less, the like the sands of the hourglass.
Oh boy, here we go.
But I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to stay with it. Oh, I haven't asked you. Are you watching the new Bubba Fett? I know you're not a big sci-fi guy. Did you watch Did you watch The Mandalorian?
I did.
You didn't like it?
I do. I like that one. Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, so the Bubba Fett's a good one.
I should watch it.
Yeah, Dixie likes that. She likes all the regular, like the pew pew.
You always surprise me with what you watch. I'm like, he would never watch this. Oh, he's watching it. Of course he is.
Oh yeah. Well, Dixie had it on one day, and I'm like, Lord. And Dixie's like, yeah, it's like golf. I mean, Dixie will sit there for hours and listen to minutes. Well, and especially if you're Patrick Cantlay, she's like, okay, buddy, I've heard enough birds. You need to get that putt lined up and hit the damn thing because I'm tired. I want to see the ball move. And then that ball goes, and she's like, she likes to watch. So
you like that one, huh? You like it, yeah?
Oh, Bubba Fett, yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Star Wars was kind of in my,
in your wheelhouse, huh? All right, okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm a Trekkie by any means. I'm just saying, as a kid, like there wasn't a lot on TV. We didn't have as fancy high definition stuff.
There was nothing on TV.
Right. It's like, how many times I could watch Star Trek? I mean, as many times as that tape would last.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I have not. I'm glad to hear it's good. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I think
you're giving me a lot of homework today. Good Lord.
I think if you like The Mandalorian, I think that you'll equally like, because you get some of the backstory on, it starts to give more of the backstory behind Jabba the Hutt and actually Bubba Fett, right? Which is the guy that from Star Wars, right? And you didn't even know nobody even knew what a Mandalorian was back then. So.
Okay. I'll check it out.
It's going to be a fun week. I wish I were in Scottsdale. I'd be playing. I'd be teeing it up.
Oh, look at the hat. Yeah. Nice.
I'd be teeing it up at the Leaf for sure. But yeah, I got to try and get out there before it gets too damn hot. So we ain't got long left.
What do you think about Rahm with the home team or home game? Yeah.
maybe I like your call on Perez. Maybe Perez has passed the torch to Rahm, and Rahm's going to be entertaining this week. Maybe he's going to be distracted.
Look at all these broken tee markers.
Actually, let's look at all these broken clubs.
All right, there we go.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much. And until next time, we got a lot of fun shows coming up. A lot of good cocktails. Cheers.
There you go. Cheers.